Hi, welcome back to Scare Encounters. My name is Seth Gibson, and today we are going to be looking at Child's Play, released in 1988 and directed by Tom Holland. Now, in today's episode, spoiler alert, there aren't that many scares, because this movie mostly focuses on its suspense and mystery tones. Even though this is a killer doll series, the first one mostly does that, but then you will see in the next sequels they go crazy. It has 7 sequels and a reboot, and in my mind that's just crazy. Enough of the chit chat and let's get to those scares. The movie begins with a serial killer, Charles Lee Ray, transferring his body into his soul into a good guy doll. We then see that the doll has made it into the hands of a little boy named Andy. He has been begging his mom for it ever since he saw that little creepy commercial. When his mother has to work late, her friend Maggie is left to babysit Andy. Which brings us to our first scare, when a chair moves that startles Maggie about 21 minutes in. And then another scare when the phone rings, still 21 minutes in. From there, Maggie falls out a window and lands in a car, killing her. Andy is blamed for the murder by a really annoying cop, but his mom ain't having it, so she kicks everybody out. Andy accuses Chucky for the murder, but nobody will listen to him. That is until Karen, the mom, finds the batteries inside the good guy box, meaning that Chucky has been talking and killing without any batteries. Which brings us to our next scare, when Karen is looking at the doll and he turns his head around and starts talking, freaking Karen out about 43 minutes in. We then get a little downtime, but we get into the swing of things with the next scare, when Chucky jumps on top of Andy about 65 minutes in. We then get our next scare, when Chucky appears at a doorway out of nowhere in front of Andy about 70 minutes in. The next scare happens when Andy is at home and Chucky goes up behind him with a baseball bat that he uses to knock Andy unconscious about 71 minutes in. And then, after we think Chucky is donezo, we get our first and last major scare of the movie, when Jack, another police officer who appears to try to see what is going on, gets grabbed by a mangled, burnt body of Chucky through a vent. The movie finally ends with Chucky being shot in the heart. So, I know this is probably a really short video, but okay. Child's Play ended up having 6 non-major scares and 1 major scare. I'm going to give the scariest scare to whenever Chucky does a little exorcist turn on Karen and starts talking. In my opinion, that is the most memorable part of the movie, and it really freaked me out. I'm going to give the not-so-scary scare to when the phone rings. I mean, like, I only counted it because I know someone in this world probably jumped, but it just didn't scare me that much because it was kind of predictable in my opinion. Like, you see the phone, it's probably annoying. So, but I counted it because I know someone somewhere, even whenever it came out, probably jumped at that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Once again, my name is Seth Gibson, and I thank you for watching.